Welcome to this video. My name is Dani. If you're new here, I am a tarot reader among many other things, and today in this video I'm going to be doing a general tarot reading. I really set the intention for whoever tunes into this video to receive the words and the message that I'm channeling through the cards. I've got my cards laid out before me. As I mentioned earlier, it is a general reading, so this isn't targeted at anyone in particular, but if you are after specific guidance or you do need clarity in your life, then I do offer individual one-on-one readings, which I do online, and I can also do in person in Melbourne, which is where I'm based in Australia. As we are dealing with energy, we don't actually need to be in physical proximity to the person that we're reading. So when we talk about anything metaphysical, I mean, the nature of reality is metaphysical. We believe that reality is physical. It's what I can touch, what I experience with my five senses, but there is so much more to reality than what we can even comprehend with our, I suppose, limited human minds. And so energy doesn't really require us to be physically present with someone. So that's why tarot readings can be done from anywhere in the world. So if you're tuning in from anywhere in the world, know that if you are seeking guidance, then I'm able to read the cards no matter where you are in the world. And I'm going to leave a link in the description below to my website, which is where you can book me for a one-on-one reading. Otherwise, I hope you enjoy today's reading. Like I said, it's just a general message. My intention is always to uplift and inspire and to leave people in a better place than when I found them. I really want to encourage more people to seek the guidance of the tarot because it's such an amazing tool that has been used for centuries. And so many people, I feel, are afraid to dive into the tarot or to dive into anything, I suppose, divination or witchy. And I just feel like it's such a shame because it can really be used as such a powerful tool to create more clarity and direction in your life, to really propel you forwards and to know that you're making the right choices and that you're on the right path. And I constantly have friends calling me and they're saying, Dani, can you pull a card for me? I just did this thing, or I'm making this decision. Can you pull a card? The tarot is not a fortune telling device. The cards will never tell you what to do, but they can guide you as to what sort of outcome you would be looking at if you were to make certain decisions. So that's where it can be really useful because it can kind of steer you in the right direction, and it can tune you into your higher self's wisdom. It can tune you into your spiritual guides' wisdom that are always with you. We all have guardian angels. We all have beings that are with us on the other side that are supporting us and giving us their advice as to which direction we should go in. And I think it just allows you to tap more into that and to feel the support of the universe, to feel the support of your guides, of your higher self. I think that's such a beautiful thing of the tarot and why I want to encourage more people to dive into it, because it's definitely not scary. It's not evil if that's what you're being told. A lot of this propaganda has been used to disempower us because for a long time the church wanted to have control over the people, and the way they do that is by creating a middleman between you and God. And I want to say that when you learn to read the tarot, or you're using any kind of spiritual tool or meditation even, it can help you to connect directly to God, to source, to the universe. So you don't actually need the middleman. And honestly, like, to the powers that be, that is the biggest threat, when you know that I am self-resourced, that I have a direct connection with the divine, and the only authority that I listen to is that of God. And when you really learn to embody that, and you know that as truth, that nobody gets power over you other than that which is your creator, which is divine love. And when you have that direct connection, nobody or nothing in this life can mess with you and control you and manipulate you, because you know essentially what is truth, and you have that connection that no one can take from you. No one can take that. Anyway, I'm just going on a tangent. So now I get to the reading. So I don't plan what I'm going to say. I don't choose what cards I'm gonna pick. It's all gonna flow. I'm just trusting that whatever's meant to come out today, whatever's meant to come through, I'm going to channel, and it's going to land with whoever tunes into this message. So with that said, I will get my first card, which is going to tell us what this reading is in relation to. Okay. Three of Wands. Three of Wands. What's coming to me straight off the bat? Hey, baby. It's my cat. Hey. Three of Wands. This card has a sense of, you know, we're moving forward. It's wands, it's fire, it's action. But there's a sense of passivity about this card. It's really, if you look at the card, it's a man, and he's, you know, he's holding the three wands and he's looking out to sea. So what I feel is that we'll get more information about it as I pull more cards, but there's a sense here of like waiting for my ship to come in. It's like I'm taking action, I'm following my heart, I'm following my, you know, maybe my will, my desires, you know, my passions. I'm going after them, but there's this sense of waiting with this card, waiting for the ships to come in. We're waiting for something. What are we waiting for? I think I'm going to get another card just to get some more information on this. So we've got the Five of Cups. Now this card, I mean, as you probably saw, it's not the best card to get in the tarot, right? Not that there's any good or bad cards, but it's not super happy and optimistic. There's a sense of this card really has to do with grief. It's really about disappointment. Five of Cups, you know, it's a man, and the cups in the tarot have to do with emotions, and the cups are fallen over. There's water streaming. Actually, not all the cups have fallen over. There's two that are standing upright, but this man, he's not paying attention to these cups upright, right? He's paying attention to these three cups that have tipped over. So we've got three cups that are tipped over, two that are standing upright, and this man is looking at the cups that have tipped over. And like I said, there's a sense of like putting your hope in something, putting your faith in something emotional, something heart-centered. You're putting your faith in something, I want to say, and you're disappointed because that's kind of fallen over. And because we got the Three of Wands, there's this sense of disappointment to what you were expecting, or maybe because what it is that you want, this is what's feeling true right now, what it is that you want, what it is that you're striving for, maybe there's been a delay, maybe it hasn't come. And maybe you're feeling disappointed. Maybe you're feeling like, is this a sign from the universe that I'm not meant to proceed with this thing? Or is this not going to happen for me? Really feeling a sense of giving up. Feeling a sense of, disappointment. There's a sense of disappointment here. And I want to say with this card, like with the tarot, there's so many interpretations of each card. And I really feel with the Five of Cups, even though, yes, it's a bit of like a sad card, it has to do with grief, it has to do with emotional loss, it has to do with disappointment. The man is facing the cups that are tipped over, right? So he's not paying attention to the two cups that are behind him, and those two cups are standing upright. So that's to say that, yes, he's focusing on what's not working, but there are two cups behind him that are standing upright. And I feel like with that, there's this sense of hope. There's a sense of you're not looking at the bigger picture right now. You're not focusing on the things that are going right. You're not focusing on the cups that are standing upright. Like, you do have things in your life that are working, right? And I think what the universe is saying right now is focus on those cups. Focus on the things that are going right. Focus on what went well. Focus on what is going good in your life right now, or what has been going good. Like gratitude, like even if it's minute, even if it's small. I want to say, because we got Three of Wands, this card doesn't mean that your ships aren't coming in. Okay, but what I'm saying is this is a card of waiting. it's a card of, like I said, it's passivity. Even though it's wands, there is a sense of moving forward because we're talking about wands, which is fire. But like I say, for a wands card, there's a sense of waiting with this card. And I think what the universe is saying is focus on what's going right, okay? Try and focus on the good, because it's not to say give up with everything. Okay. So this is really promising. I just pulled the 10 of Cups. This is one of my favorite cards. I love the 10 of Cups because this really speaks to, I mean, you look at the card, it's like a rainbow. There's like children, they're dancing. There's like I believe a man and a woman, and they're like, hi. So it's like happy family. This card is like, 10 is the pinnacle. So we're pinnacle of cups. There's an aspect of completion. There's an aspect of fulfillment with this card, and it's emotional fulfillment. So what I'm feeling, and this is coming through pretty clear, what I think the universe is trying to speak today, is that you're waiting for something to happen. There's something that you're going after. There's something that you want, and it's not happening, right? It's delayed. It's moving slow. You're like, why isn't it here yet? You're waiting for that thing to come in, for that thing to happen. And the universe, it's not saying that it's not going to happen. It's saying you're focusing right now. You're focusing on the disappointment. You're focusing on the lack. And what you're being asked to do is 10 of Cups. You're being asked to focus on what's going well, right? Fill up your cup. Fill up on gratitude right now. That's what this card's really about. It's just like emotional fulfillment, feeling really just happy and full in life, but not so much from having things, or it doesn't have to be on material success. It's from your heart. What fills you up at a heart level? Like what makes you feel good? What makes you feel happy, like childlike? There's children in this picture. Like today I went over to my friend's house earlier, and she's got a 17-month-old, and she's so cute. Oh my gosh. And we were just playing. You know what I love about children? They really just anchor us into the present moment, and they make us really understand what is happiness. Like as we grow up, we start chasing all these things, and we think, oh, relationship will make me happy, money will make me happy, these items will make me happy. And today I was playing with Isla, this beautiful little angel, and I'm playing with her. I had a little baby blanket, and I was just like waving it around. We're playing like peekaboo. We're running around with this blanket, and she thought it was the best thing ever. She's laughing, she's just having the best time, and it just brought out my inner child, which is quite strong. And we were just playing with this blanket, and it was so simple, and it was so, I don't know, like we're just in her living room playing with a blanket, and the baby is just having the best time. I'm having the best time playing with her and seeing how lit up she is over this blanket. And it's like, that's what joy is. That's what happiness is. And we have access to it. We all have access to it. It's not hard. Like today, myself and Isla, we accessed that joy just with a blanket in the living room. And what I'm trying to say here is that happiness and joy and gratitude, happiness, joy and gratitude, it doesn't cost a thing. Right? It's a change in perception. We can be happy for no reason. We get to choose that for ourselves. We can choose peace in this present moment. And I feel like that's what the message is, even though what it is you want hasn't come in yet. I'm going to get another card to kind of show where we're heading, or what's kind of coming up for us in regards to this situation that we're waiting for. Like what can we expect from this? Wow. I love it. It's a good message for whoever's tuning in today. It's a good message. So we got the 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups. Now you look at this card. Hello. We've got a man sitting there. He's got his arms crossed. He's looking very impressed with himself. And he's got all the cups lined up here. This card, it has to do with abundance. It can be material success, but I want to say it's material success that leads to emotional fulfillment, feeling abundance, feeling like your cup is full, right? And, just sitting there and basking in that abundance, which is really, really good. So essentially what the cards are saying is whatever it is that you're waiting for, whatever ship it is that you're waiting to come in, It's coming, right? You've got an abundant period ahead of you, right? Potentially money, if that's what this has to do with. If it's money, it's something you've gone after, or something that, you know, you've taken action on, right? There's a bit of a delay. It feels like it's not happening. It's not happening fast enough. And this card, the 9 of Cups, is saying it's coming. It's coming. But what the universe wants for you is to focus on gratitude, focus on what's going well in your life, not to focus on what's not going well, okay? The disappointment, because I feel like whatever it is that you're wanting to happen, it's not happening fast enough. It's not happening, and you're doubting yourself and you're doubting your abilities, and you're saying, maybe this is never going to happen. Maybe this is never going to happen. And the universe is saying it will happen. Hello, 9 of Cups, it will happen. But you need to change your attitude. You need to change your attitude to the 10 of Cups. Happiness, joy, focus on what's good, simple pleasures in life. What brings you joy? Joy and happiness for no reason. Joy and happiness for no reason. What do you have to be grateful for? Every day, writing a list, you know, it's such a beautiful practice. Every single day, morning and night, what am I grateful for? Writing down 5 things that you're grateful for every single day. When you do that, you attune to the frequency of abundance, because gratitude means that you have, right? Because how can you have gratitude for something that you don't have? When you practice gratitude, you're basically saying thank you. Thank you for the roof over my head. Thank you for the food in my fridge. Thank you for the play I got to have with my friend's child today. Thank you for this water in my water bottle. Thank you for my tarot cards for giving me guidance. There's so much things we could be grateful for. Thank you for the sun, for providing vitamin D on my skin today. Thank you for the trees, for the sounds of the birds. Like, we have so much that we can anchor into. And you're being asked to focus on that. Don't focus on what's not working out in the way that you want it, right? Because at the end of the day, we don't control the outcomes of our future. We can't control outcomes. And there's, when it comes to life, yes, there's part of, I'm going to take action on something, I'm going to go after something, but there's also surrendering and trusting that things will flow at the right time. Everything in life is perfectly orchestrated and divinely orchestrated to flow with everything else. We were always in relationship with everything else. And so it's not always on our timeline. It's not always on our timeline that things will manifest. We think we want things to happen right now, but I want that thing. I want this. I want that. I want this career. I want this job. I really want this person to be my partner. I really want a child. I really want blah, 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 blah. And I feel like when we get wrapped up in that mentality of like, I want that, I want to manifest this, I want this, that, it's not wrong, but it's almost like we don't see all the abundance that we have right in front of us, that we can tap into right now, because happiness is now, joy is now. It's not out there. And if you're always on that hamster wheel of chasing something outside of yourself, something that I can have tomorrow, you're not seeing the blessings that are right before you. You have blessings right in front of you that you're not looking at, right? Because you're focusing on what's not going right, when you have so much that's going right in your life. That's what the cards are saying. You've got things to focus on that are emotionally fulfilling, that are happiness, that are joy. You have that in your life and you're not focusing on it. And the message is that yes, the things that you want are coming. They're coming, but it might not be on your timeline, right? Patience is required. Patience is required, but in the meantime, focus on what you have. Be grateful for what you have. So to just summarize it, I feel like I've gotten enough today, but we'll get one more card. So I got the Hierophant. So this is from the Major Arcana. This is number 5 in the tarot deck in the Major Arcana. So this is a spiritual lesson. And so I feel like what the cards are saying today is that whatever it is that you're facing right now, whatever it is, like, you know, you're being tested in patience. I want to say you're being tested in patience, in having faith. And this is a spiritual lesson for you. This is a spiritual lesson for you. Hierophant number 5. We're talking about being a bridge from divine wisdom to human, right? Because you look at this guy, he's, you know, a priest, and he's standing at the front of the church, I want to say, and there's two men down here, like, paying attention to the priest. And there's this idea, when we think about a priest, there's this idea that the priest is kind of our way to God, right? It's the middleman between God and ourselves. These men are like, you know, the plebs in the pews listening to the priest who has that connection with God, and he's holding his staff, which is kind of symbolic of that, you know, like a rod or an antenna which connects him to source, to God, and he's delivering the messages to the people. Now, when we interpret this card and what I'm intuiting what this card is saying, it's not saying that you need to go to church. It's not saying that you need a middleman. What the card is saying is that you need to become this, right? This Hierophant. Like, this needs to be you. You are being asked to tune in to your own inner wisdom, to be that bridge between your human reality and that of God, of a higher intelligence, of your higher self. You have the power to be the Hierophant. You are the bridge that can connect the two worlds, spirit and matter, right? So you have the potential to manifest what it is you want. You have the potential. And what the universe is saying to you today is to tune into that wisdom. Be quiet, be still, tune into yourself. Tune into that wisdom. Create space so that you can hear the voice of God, so you can hear the voice of your higher self, which will guide you, you know, through your inner knowing, through your intuition as to what steps you need to take. Focus on gratitude. Focus on what's going well. But also, I want to say, carve out time to listen to your inner wisdom, because there's something that wants to come through, and I feel like the messages are going to come to you to help you to reach this 9 of Cups, right? So you're heading into a very promising outcome, right? It's going to work out. It's very, very promising, right? A bit of weight is required. You're being asked to kind of hold your horses. You're being asked to focus on gratitude. And you're being asked to tune in to whatever spiritual practices you have. You know, it could be just walking in nature. It could be a meditation. It could be yoga. It could be journaling, right? Like, whatever helps you access that higher part of you, that self-awareness, I want to say. You know, when you still your mind a little bit and you become quiet. I find journaling is really good. Sometimes just like streaming on piece of paper, like just writing down whatever comes to you, just get it out. And sometimes you'll be surprised of what actually comes out when you write it down. It's a lot different than just thinking about things in your head, like just writing it all out. You might be surprised of what kind of gems you receive. So carving out time to tune into that aspect of yourself. We all have it. We all have a light inside of us, I want to say, this divine spark that is always guiding us, which is always telling us what's the next step. But in order to hear that voice, right, you don't need the tarot cards. You don't need the tarot cards to give you clarity. You already know all the answers. The answers are within you. You know, I know that sounds like a cliche, but it's true. It really is true. The cards just reflect what's already inside of you. So if you feel called to book a reading with me and you want actual, like, tangible, it's hard for you to tap into this Hierophant and you want someone to help you kind of access it, the cards can be a really great tool for that. But what I want to say is you don't need the cards. You don't need a middleman to access God. You have the power. You have the power. You just have to tune into that power. And everything's going to work out. It's going to be probably more than you can even imagine. This is really, really optimistic. It's really, really optimistic, right? But I want to say it's not going to happen tomorrow. You're waiting, and the universe is saying, don't be disappointed. Focus on what's going good. Focus on the good, focus on the good, focus on the good. And it's when we focus on the good that the good keeps growing. Let me say that again. It's when we focus on the good that the good keeps growing. Okay? Where you put your energy, I said this I think last week, where you put your attention is where your energy flows. So the more you focus it on what's going well in my life, the more you focus on, wow, I'm so grateful for this, for that, whatever it is, guess what? The more things you will have in your life that you can be grateful for. That's how it works. That's really the law of attraction. But you get to be the one who chooses. And it's all perception. It's in your mind. You have the power. Happiness, like I said about that child. I played with little Isla today, and she was so happy in the present moment. Not because she had all the things that she wants, not because she has every toy in the toy shop, not because, you know, she's got a boyfriend or a girlfriend, or she has love in her life, or, you know, she's kicking goals at work. Like, not because of that. It was because we were playing with a blanket, and we were playing peekaboo, and we were laughing, and we're having fun. And it's like, that level of joy is accessible to all of us in any given moment. We get to choose that. And how amazing is that? And we forget that as adults. And that's why I love being around children, because they like bring me back to that innocence and that reminder that, hey, you're missing the picture of life. Like, you know, playing with the blanket is actually the point of life. We forget that sometimes. We think it's like all these goals and things that we're ticking, all these boxes that we want to tick. It's not that. It's not that. It's when we connect from our hearts and we experience joy and we have meaningful relationships and we have love in our lives. That's the meaning of life, and we all get to tap into that in any given moment. So that's the message for today. I think I've said enough. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below if it landed for you. And again, if you want to book an individual reading with me, I also offer astrology readings and Reiki healing in Melbourne. So I'll leave my website in the comments below and you can book me there. Otherwise, I will see you in my next video. Take care. Mwah.